Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha and welcome back to another episode of Smart Money Analysis for today, that is 30th of June 2021. And before starting this particular video, thanks a lot for the amazing response on yesterday's analysis video. I just asked once and you guys really gave a very good response. So please continue that. And the only reason that I ask you to like the particular video is because it really motivates me and it tells me that the analysis is helping you in some way or the other. So that's great. And yesterday we discussed that there was a pretty bearish bias from the FII side on all the fronts, be it index futures, be it stock futures, be it the cash market, or be it the options data. So that's what we saw. And if you would have followed that, so you would have made good money because whenever I say that there is a negative bias, or especially when I say that there is a heavily negative bias, you need to look out for a sell on rise opportunity rather than a buy on dips. So I will explain to you what happened on the charts. So you saw that the buying in the options was much more than the selling, and that makes sense because in a low VIX or a low IV environment, selling options doesn't make a lot of sense because the premiums are already too low. So FIIs probably focused on buying of options. So they had call options, they had put options. So what they did was that this particular uptick, which could be because of some short covering from the retail, this was driven from the retail in a high probability, and this is where the FIIs would have booked their profit in their call longs. Then this sort of consolidation till the afternoon, and this is a good way to eat premium on both the put shots as well as the call shots. And after that, I did tell you that they have some huge position in put longs, and this is why this move had to occur because today is Wednesday, and assuming that most of that position would be for the current expiry, although not all of it would be for the tomorrow's expiry, some of it might be for the monthly as well. But this move was necessary because today is already Wednesday and the decay happens very fast. So this is what we saw, and this is how the FIIs play. So you need to understand the psychology of the smart money. So this is what we have. Again, some very weak day for Nifty, and Bank Nifty was the primary driver pulling Nifty down with itself. So you can see that this was again some rally because of some short covering, but again you witnessed a very good fall. So Bank Nifty, every bounce is being sold off. Let's have a look at the daily time frame chart for Nifty and try to understand better what happened today. You can clearly see the selling pressure from the top, and this is not a very positive candle because you will see that although the high of the previous day was also broken, but ultimately the low was also broken and the closing seems to be pretty close to the low. So this is clearly negative on price action front, and this is not a very healthy candle to be honest. Let's have a look at the option chain. Okay, so here is the Nifty option chain for tomorrow's weekly expiry. Although this option chain looks call dominant, but during intraday this was heavily put dominant, and there was some very good writing at 15800 and even 15700. So if I were to give you an example of an instance, so at one time the OI change on the put side was almost 40 lakh more than the OI change on the call side. So you can imagine the kind of bullishness which was there, and I'm not surprised, and I can say that with confidence that this particular writing which was on 15800 in heavy quantities was mostly by retail, because you can see that almost all of them have been pushed out, and this OI which was more than 54 lakhs during the day is now even less than 25 lakhs. So you can see the kind of dominance which is there on the call side. So we'll see 15800, 15900 and 16000, some really heavy writing. And again, whether this writing is by the smart money or by the retail, that will confirm with the data. But as of now, this is looking a very bearish option chain. So the highest OI on the call side happens to be at 15900, and also 15800 has a decent OI. So all these three levels, 15800, 15900 and 16000, happen to be a very strong resistance for Nifty. Talking about the supports, so supports are not looking that credible because you can again compare the magnitude of this particular cumulative OI with this particular cumulative OI. It's almost negligible compared to these. So again, the highest OI still happens to be at 15500. That's kind of a round level and an important support as well. So be watchful for that, because again, a lot depends on how does the things turn up if we ever go around that particular level. So 15,500 to 15,800 or 900 happens to be the broader range for tomorrow's expiry. But again, do expect some surprise, because looking at this particular option chain, there is always a possibility of a short covering. And specifically looking at the PCR, I'm assuming it might be close to the oversold territory. So you can see that it is at 0.62, which is kind of going into the oversold territory, almost into the oversold territory. So be very careful if at all you are shorting, because there is a lot of shorts already, and a short covering can happen. There is no guarantee, but yeah, we are always talking about possibilities and probabilities. There is no such thing as 100% true or a guaranteed thing in the stock market, so be careful about that. So this is the option chain. The max pain happens to be around 15,750, and the PCR is at 0.62, so be careful when you are shorting. And what we can do, what would be probably the best thing to do, and on which side you should be, either long or short, that we'll confirm once the data is out. Let's have a look at the option chain for Bank Nifty. And okay, one last observation here is that the put writing today has been almost negligible. Although, as I mentioned, that during intraday the scene was completely opposite. There was some healthy put writing, but towards the end of the day, you saw that it is almost negligible addition on the put side today, whereas there has been some healthy addition on the call side, and that's what we can see here. So let's have a look at the option chain for Bank Nifty. So this is the option chain for Bank Nifty. Again, the level to watch out for was 35,000, a very interesting level, and Bank Nifty basically tried to be around that particular level for a very long time, but it could not really sustain. And as I mentioned, that 34,900 to 35,000 happened to be a very strong demand zone for Bank Nifty, but it has even closed below that. So the closing is certainly negative for Bank Nifty as well. What's interesting to notice here is that some of the people who have written the put option on 35,000 are still sitting here. So although there has been an unwinding of roughly about 2.5 lakh contracts, you will still see that there is the highest OI is still on the 35,000 put option, and people are still not ready to give up. So we can expect some more unwinding if at all Bank Nifty slides further, because ultimately these people would have to unwind their long, and then it could agree with the fall. But as of now, this is looking at the highest OI on the put side. Again, it's not too much, and it is at 35,000. Talking about the call side, so again the highest OI is at 35,000 call option itself, which was yesterday also. And you will see some very good addition, so roughly about 5 lakh new contracts added here, and the cumulative OI happens to be the highest. So again, this is looking like a call dominant option chain in Bank Nifty as well. And the PCR is again in the oversold territory, so be very careful, because there are too many shorts in this particular option chain, and with too many shorts there is always a possibility of a short covering, and especially on an expiry day. So be very much careful. The highest OI both happens to be at 35,000, both on the call side as well as on the put side. But the range that I can say based on price action is that the first support should come out at 34,600. So that's a very important support. If that is broken, then 34,300 is the next support, and if even that is broken, then 34,000 is the ultimate support. But if at all a short covering comes, then be very much careful if you are writing naked call options. So always try to hedge or maintain a strict stop loss. So with that, let's go to the global cues and try to understand what is happening there. Okay, so the global cues were pretty much negative, although I can see some sort of a recovery here, but the negativity was too much during the day, particularly during our second half. So that was also putting up some pressure on Nifty as well. But right now it looks like they have almost recovered. So Dow has bounced more than 150, almost 150 points from the low, and S&P and Nasdaq have also given up decent bounces from their lows. European indices were looking too much weak, although they are still looking quite weak, but they have bounced back significantly. So you will see that DAX has bounced almost more than 100 points from its low, and CSE and FTSE have also given up some bounce, but still these are looking weak. The Asian indices were also looking weak, although this looks like they are still looking weak, but during the day again here was also some very good weakness that we observed. Let's talk about the commodities. So Brent oil has again surpassed 75. So again, this was hovering around 74, and it took a really good support around that particular level. but still the rising Brent is not good for us. Dollar also saw some upside today, and that is primarily because the dollar index has been going high. The S&P 500 VIX futures was slightly up during the day, but again it has come back in red, so the panic seems to be reducing. And the US 10-year bond yield has fallen, and that's the probable reason that Nasdaq would have recovered, and now you can see that it has started to trade in green once again. But again, let's see how do US markets open, and about a couple of hours to go for the US markets to open, and after that what would be the action in the futures, that would be interesting to see. So anyways, okay, let's also have a look at SGX Nifty. So SGX Nifty trading around 20 points up, so that's what we can see. But anyways, let's have a look at the activity in the cash and in the derivatives market and try to understand what happened there. So this is the data in the cash market. Again, the negativity from FII continues, and we have a net selling of roughly about 1650 crores from the FIIs and a buying of roughly about 1520 crores from the DIIs. And now looking at this regular buying from DIIs, and rather I should say significant regular buying from DIIs, I am pretty certain that a good amount of money from the retail participants is going into the mutual funds, and that is the reason that DIIs are buying so much even when the markets are close to their all-time high. So this is what we have. So overall the activity looks negative because there is a net selling of roughly about 100 crores. So this is what we have in the cash market. Let's go to the derivatives data. So we'll start with FII as usual. So the net long in index futures has increased by 1.12%. There is both fresh long build-up plus some fresh short build-up, but the long build-up is more, therefore an increase, and we are very close to 75. And let's talk about the stock futures. So stock futures, again the negativity persists. You will see both long build-up as well as short build-up, but the short build-up happens to be a lot more. So index futures positive, stock futures negative. Let's have a look at the options data. Okay, this is almost negligible activity in the options from the FIIs today. So you will see almost negligible addition in call longs, and there has been some profit booking in the put longs which they did yesterday, and there has been basically reduction in the call shorts as well as in the put shorts as well. But the reduction in put shorts is more. So the bullish position has been unwounded much more than the bearish positions. Not much more, but all in all there is nothing as such from the FIIs today. So you can see that these are negligible numbers. So we can stick with the view that we had yesterday, that in options they are looking kind of bearish, because if you also have a look at the holistic picture, you will see that the put longs are much more than the call longs, and the call shorts happen to be a lot more than the put shorts. So overall the FIIs are still maintaining their bearish stance on the options, although there is not a lot of activity. But what we can infer from yesterday and a holistic picture is that the FIIs are bearish in the index, or basically the index options to be specific. So to sum it up, index futures is looking bullish, stock futures is looking bearish, and index options are also looking bearish from the FIIs. Let's have a look at the activity for pros and retail. Okay, so for pros, the net long in index futures has increased by 2.27%. So you will see long addition and short addition, but the long addition is more. Therefore, the net position stands at somewhere around 64%. And in stock futures, again bullish, because you will see short covering plus some fresh long build up, and the net position happens to be around 77.25%. Let's have a look at the activity in options. Okay, so this is looking bearish. Why? Because you will see that the call longs have been reduced, plus some fresh call shorts have been made in addition to what they had done yesterday. So again, a lot of that call shorts that you see in the option chain, probably pros have a good contribution to that for today. And talking about the put longs and the put shorts, so again you will see that net on net basis there is buying in puts, and this is a significant buying, roughly about a difference of 13k. So again, the options activity from pros is looking bearish, and the index futures is looking bullish, and stock futures is also looking bullish. Let's have a look at the retail. So retail, the net long in index futures is down today by 1.44%. So there is long unwinding plus some fresh short build up, and stock futures as usual they are quite bullish. So standing at around 87.62% with both long addition plus some short covering. So stock futures is positive, index futures is mildly negative. And talking about the options activity, So this is interesting. Why? You will have a look that the call longs are more than the call shorts. So net on net basis, there is a buying in call. So this is bullish. And talking about option writing or the puts, so you will see that in net there is a put short and the difference is roughly about 11k. So you will see that both in the calls as well as in the puts, the retailers are looking extremely bullish once again in the options. So yeah, this is our analysis for today. I hope you enjoyed this particular video. If you did, please consider pressing the like button. And if you are new here and coming here for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Have a good day, take care, and bye bye.